Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie. If you are stopping by for the first time, it's so good to have you here. I do have a few questions for you though. Do you like bread? Are you in a rush and would you like to make it in less than an hour? Do you not have an oven? Then flatbread is one of those breads that you can make in less than an hour without an oven. And also you can knead this dough by hand, so you don't need any fancy equipment. And this recipe doesn't need any yeast. So if you would like to make your own homemade flatbread that is so much better than anything you can get from the grocery store, then keep on watching. As usual, all of the ingredients will be in the description box below. First, we're going to start by combining the dry ingredients, flour and salt. Use a whisk to mix well. Next, we're going to add the wet ingredients, milk and oil. Use milk that is at room temperature, about 70 degrees F. I'm using olive oil for this recipe, but you can use any oil you have on hand. If you don't have liquid milk, you can substitute 3/4 cups of room temperature water plus 2 1/4 tablespoons of powdered milk to get liquid milk. Next, we're going to use clean hands to form the dough into a rough ball. Transfer the dough to a floured surface and knead for about 3 to 5 minutes until the dough is smooth. The dough is going to be very rough when you start kneading and sticky, so add extra flour as needed if the dough is still very wet and sticky after kneading for about a minute. So here's a comparison of what it looked like when we just started kneading the dough and when we can stop kneading. As you can see, the dough doesn't need to be really smooth. Next, form the dough into a ball by pulling and tucking the sides of the dough and use a plastic wrap to cover it and let it sit on the countertop for about 20 to 30 minutes. After the dough has had time to relax, lightly flour your surface and place the dough on it. Cut the dough into 8 pieces and form them into balls. You can use a scale to weigh them to make sure they're exactly the same size if you want. When forming the ball, you want to pull the sides down so that the top is smooth, just like when we formed the dough into a ball at the beginning. This will make sure that when you roll your dough, it is nice and smooth. Cover the balls with plastic wrap to prevent them from drying out. I'm using a cast iron griddle to cook the flatbread, but you can use a frying pan instead. I like the lines that the griddle leaves on the flatbread. Turn on your stove to medium-high heat and grease the pan or griddle. Next, roll the dough into a circle about 1/4 inch thick. It doesn't have to be exactly 1/4 inch, it could be a little thicker or a little thinner. It also doesn't have to be a perfect circle. As you can see, I am still working on how to roll my dough to a circle. So if you have any tips, please leave them in the comments below to help me roll my dough into a circle. After rolling your dough, carefully lift it up from the surface just like this and place it on the griddle, lowering it carefully, starting with the end that is away from you. This will keep the dough from folding over itself. In about 30 seconds, you should see bubbles on the surface, and after that, go ahead and flip the bread to the other side and cook for another 30 seconds before taking it off the heat. Yours might take a little less time or a little bit longer depending on the temperature of your stove and the type of pan you're using to cook the bread. Place the cooked bread on a clean kitchen towel and repeat until you've cooked all of the bread. So this bread is so versatile and you can use it in so many ways. Here I'm making a fancy sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, parsley, and salt. And avocado, I almost forgot. You can also eat this with soup, salads, and even with eggs for breakfast. So what do you like to eat your flatbread with? So you can keep this bread in the fridge for about 3 to 4 days, or you can store it in the freezer for longer. I usually put mine in Ziploc bags before putting it in the fridge or freezer. And also, what is your favorite type of quick bread that you like to make? Leave it in the comment section below and I just might make it. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.